on your screens the team starting on the north side as we go live are 1-0 up in this series. That's Isildur and Von Asten now playing as the Axis.
And up against that dream team combo will be Bosras and Artvik representing Clan CB for the Allies.
Oh yes. Cold beer drinkers, I was once probably wrongly told they were called. Probably something else in Russian, but
Cuddly bears?
That's nice, I like
Maybe.
that.
Lull their opponents into full sense of security. They've insta-locked in both Darkshins, and we've got USF this game, eh?
We have indeed got Armoured Assault Tactics. We've got Airborne Company. What else would we see from USF in tournament? That's what the command. That is the commander we do tend to see. And can CB stand for can beat Isildur and Von Asten? Because that's the question everybody's asking. Can they beat them? Because they're a bloody good team. They're seeded 2. And despite amazing aggression by Bosras and Artvik, they were still able to hold on to the victory points and just, you know, slowly and methodically pull them apart. So let's see what happens this time. Isildur, we're not going to make the meme again, of course, with Special Operations Doctrine. The joke can wear thin. Maybe we double down and we go even crazier.
I want to see a Sturm Tiger this series. I'm putting it out there.
So cool. Can you imagine?
Those heat shells as well. Oof. But yeah, so with Artvik and Bosras last game, I think they showed the right kind of level of aggression. They just maybe got a bit over exuberant in their GG push at the end. No sweepers in front of the tanks, else we could be looking at a whole different angle. Sniper, yeah.
Bosras not waiting around. Von Asten hasn't gone one quite yet. Just make it within the house. He did put a bit of barbed wire down, but wasn't able to complete the building project. And now we've got a standoff.
Imagine waiting on the other side of a household, able to pop in and straight away fall.
You do see that in World War II. They're hiding behind the building. They don't know what's around the corner. Urban combat's scary, man.
Danger close, yeah. But Bosras floating some manpower. I think he's going to lock in the penals for this map. They're very good for it. Yep, there we go. So sniper into penals again. He's copying basically Von Asten's build last game. Let's see if he can do it as well.
Is he gambling on Von Asten sniping? No, he's going to go for his first shot, showing his intent. This game, by the way, Von Asten's going for a heavy Gren build of 4 Grenadiers. Meanwhile, Isildur, of course, well, we don't know. We don't need to look at an OKW build order. They just go the same thing every game. But
could probably recite it off by heart to the end. But Von Asten's always the austere player. They just know their rules. These teams, when we saw Isildur and Nagano, as well as Scotch and Nagano, as well as Isildur and Von Asten, they just know their roles so well that they've got these pre-planned builds, orders, depending on the map, depending on the faction they're playing. They just know what's up, and I think it's just so well practiced, tried and tested. What Hans was saying earlier, how many years these guys have played together.
Yeah.
Just that understanding, and I think as Bosras is an Artvik's game to win him, they've got to really try something out of the box or something new.
They have
to put some pressure on.
Some good pressure here being applied. The Pioneers just sitting on that fuel point. They also, don't forget, have the northern fuel point. So there's a good bit of accumulation in the early game. Will we see this translate into some early game armour, perhaps with the Lukes maybe? Meanwhile, in terms of build order, Bosras is getting more penal battalions, of which you can see advance on these Pioneers here. Artvik, straight for captain.
Nice. You know what that might mean later on.
I know exactly what it means. Pack howitzer.
Yes.
I was going to joke and think something else, but
AE joke.
Joke. AEX stopped working for a moment.
But yeah, that pack howitzer, superbly accurate. So 4-man Grens. Von Asten's going to have a hard time against that one.
He has indeed 5 kills on the sniper, not doing too badly. 2 rifle squads forced away. And the cap is on from Isildur and Von Asten. Keep an eye on the victory points a little bit more this game. We're going to have to, because we saw the damage being done. A nice tactical blobble group coming in. Is he going to try and get him on the retreat path? No, but the danger is spotted by Artvik. He's just going to wait for the captain to arrive and spur him into combat.
So imagine looking at that as Artvik, like, yep, I'm playing OKW today. I see 4 groups within the same page of the screen. But yeah, nice nade.
Very nice. Captain, though, some good close quarter combat action against the Foes Grenadier. Penal Battalion leading the way for the sniper.
Good pub quiz trivia for CoH2. How many close range guns does the captain have? I know it gets a BAR upgrade, but does it have a couple of Tommies?
I believe so, yeah, it's got a couple,
Yeah.
It's got decent close quarter combat capabilities. Not amazing, I think it might be grease guns, not Tommies.
Okay, used very effectively though. Good counter push there from Martin.
Well, when we see him get his new squad members, I'll remember to check it out. I like these kind of little things. Little details about the squad members of his squad, and the character in Company Heroes is amazing.
I mean, if we're going to go dweeb, we may as well go full dweeb.
Oh yeah, well we did that when we woke up this morning, but oh, this is what we want to see.
Nice.
Burn, baby, burn, Disco Inferno.
Our first one today in this series,
yeah, that's right.
Only took us 5 games, but we got there. I think Flamethrower Half-Track's perfect choice for this map. A lot of garrisons, a lot of sneaky cover for the green cover for the infantry section. So, yeah.
Damn. Here he comes.
Locked it straight in as well. Doesn't care about reinforcement. His local troops just gonna go straight for that damage. I like this.
And here comes the pop. He's 5 seconds off. Do have the penal battalions already with the PTRS though. That was a rude awakening for the half-track that just wanted to burn the whole world down. So the pop comes a little bit behind thanks to the PTRS anti-tank rifles.
That was a perfect poker moment as well, because Bossfast didn't charge headlong at the...
Oh, return of the flames!
Oh no, 60 munitions could be going down here as well as the penal squad. Sniper takes cover. Pacifist gaming from the sniper.
Oh, that a blood-curdling scream!
Sniper could go down as well.
He's gonna go all the way in here. The
He's gotta
Maxim
go for it.
trying to do the damage. He's going all the way in, and the sniper goes down.
Sniper's fine.
No, sorry. Of course, the hot track goes down. I was trying to get the ability up on my screen.
Oh,
the
okay,
load
okay.
armor piercing rounds detonates and destroys them. Thanks, Ed. You could have covered for me.
I didn't really. Oh, did I? Didn't want to believe my eyes. There he is. 5 games in, we're going mad. But yeah, great play there from Von Assen to take down that satchel squad. He got the kill. He just needed to chill out after that. Got a bit greedy. Punished. So sniper down for.
It's exciting with that the ability there, taking out the hot tracks. Rarely you see that one. I wasn't quite sure, and I wanted to be sure. It's obviously male multitask braining.
Now I've got to remember to call a half-track a sniper for the rest of the game.
To
keep consistent with my
Thank you, Ed.
classmate.
Thank you, Ed. I love it. Puma's coming out for a Silda. Von Ass has just got on these 500s Fancy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Captain's still doing work. It comes on so early now to the field, these US.
Yeah, you see those
upgrades.
little grease guns?
Yeah, there you
There's
go.
one, Ed. There's one grease gun, a bar, 3 M1 Garans. I think that
There you
other
go.
one would have been a grease gun had it not been a Browning automatic.
Okay. So there you go for your pub quiz CoH2 trivia. We now know. for
Love
the
it.
future.
My Razor Wire has been recovered by the 222. Gets away without being shot too much, it seems. Captain doing the work. A half track is getting into position to call some heavy booty duty.
These are so fiddly to use though. It's like constant airfix model trying to.
Oh, Puma's found him though.
Yeah.
What an attack by Isilda.
Flank and shank.
Oh, and the 222 also. Look at this synergy by the number 2 seeded team. Take it out with an incredible attack. 2 units used perfectly well together.
Brilliant playing. That just shows you why they're so high tiered. Look at that combined arms. They're like the 2 raptors from Jurassic Park there. Guy with a shotgun had no chance. But yeah, Penal's AT upgrade. Still plinking away at the 2-2. Looks pretty bad for the allies there.
It is Thompson apparently.
Yeah,
sure it
if you
was a
say
grease gun.
again, I think you're going to get invaded by chat.
Yeah, Dorjan coming after me.
Lock the doors. But yeah, I'm not so sure with USF pick on this map. I think the Brits, just the new Brits, as we could say, because since the last 2v2 tournament, big tournament, Brits with Snare just totally changed the game.
There we go. And maps make factions. USF are extremely good on else. It's a good point by Creative Name and chat. And they are being played well here. But against this kind of Axis ferocity, it's such a struggle. It really is.
There's almost no need for the flak half track. It's just skip it, you know? Get those pack howies flying around. Get an AT gun, and Bob's your uncle until you get a fast Sherman, no?
I agree, but I think he wanted a shock unit. And everybody knows something risky like that is a risk for a reason. In this case, it did not pay off, but maybe it was the play of Isildur Von Asten. Maybe the AA half-track should have been operating behind mines, perhaps. Brosras could have given him a mine to operate behind. But regardless, well, we all think it's a bad decision now.
I think Pompey 606 showed me the way on this map with Brett's 2 Bofors on each on each VP. Ugh. Horrible to play against, but very good.
Even a rifle nade over here. Oh, it's against the MG. That's A's Elite Audio Gaming. I can hear that in my sleep sometimes, that trigger noise for the rifle grenade.
Still got PTSD from getting wiped. Captain doing some work this game, Vet 2 already. Good work from Artivik, but losing that flak half track to that combined pincer movement from
they've not fully recovered quite yet, and you can see because the cut-off's been taken here, they just haven't got the protection they needed. And another point about the AA half track, it would have been good against some of these possible commanders, perhaps maybe if they'd gone Jaeger, like that is a popular commander, remember it would have been good against the Stuka close air support perhaps.
Yeah. Well, we say all this, look at the VPs. I mean, Allies are still somehow in the lead with them, so...
Ooh, I'll tell you what, that premium was slow to react there.
Couldn't legs in this one yet, eh?
There is indeed. Just waiting now, just trying to take this cut-off back. The sniper's climbed to 16 kills. Let's check out our other army compositions. We've got Stuka Zavus developing for Isildur. Von Asten still just chilling out. Looks like he's teching up presently. We go to his, yeah, there we go, he's teching up to battle phase 2.
But look at the munitions float from the Allies. I think that's almost a sign of weakness. It's like you want those into mines, you want those into little pooper mines from the rear echelon even. Just something that's going to stop a push. Whereas look at Axis, they're not floating at all. They're just got
fully
just
utilised.
They're just enough reserve to maybe have for a Faust. But yeah, they've probably used their...
I think poor munitions utilisation is, as you say, a sign of weakness, and it could have been converted into mines from the Soviet player specifically. That would have been great for, as we already mentioned. Here, let's have a little look at the action on the battlefield, and it's not over until they're singing, and we've got Von Asten pushing in, and again heavily harassed by the T-70. Piltein's now trying to block him in. Meanwhile, we've got
a cheeky satchel on the wrong. He guessed the wrong retreat path there. Good effort though from Brosras.
Could have been better. Oh, that was a good one. Nice. Somehow diversion by the Maxim. Here comes the 222 getting sneaky, trying to get a Panzerfaust off, but that's really dangerous.
He's suddenly commanding the battlefield at this early junction. 222 might have to get out of that.
Boomer can't quite get the shots off. This is a really good micro by Brosras, staying alive and keeping his foe at bay. Meanwhile, by the way, Artovik's gone all the way north to take this cut-off point. Smoke pop by the Boomer as it gets out of there. Currently he's repositioning to the south.
Axis taking back their fuel on the top, but do not have the cut-off, so it's been a good push here from Allies.
Oh, we've had a death. We've had a death. Let the T-70 go down? Yes, indeed. Oh no, it's a poop. The 222.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
It's a sniper. It's a sniper.
Stuka Zavus first shots. And a miss. T-70, by the way, is climbed to 5 kills as the penals cap while about to push the Grenadiers away first.
I'm liking this play though from Allies. It's been good pushes. They dodged the first super strike. Hasn't had that shock and awe moment, so yeah, good play from them. Held their fuel. Just need to keep that VP pressure on because it's tilting in the balance of Axis now.
Destroyed the cover from max range there, allowing the rifles a better chance of winning that engagement.
Love it when an AT gun snipes an infantry model.
Oh,
nothing more triggering for your opponent.
Checking out the base there, we've just seen MG34 constructed. We saw support armoured core has been constructed also. T-70's coming back to the centre, trying to find an angle on the Grenadiers and finds it. A good bit of health damage on the first shot there.
We need a separate Twitch channel just called Telemine Cam. And would be so good to see any, but I haven't seen any place down at the moment.
Okay, fair enough.
So T70's acting with impunity at the moment.
Rifle's going to hunt these folks grenadiers down the sternpine. He might try and save the day. Meanwhile, Captain goes into a close quarter combat action with his Thompson.
Definitely no grease guns there involved. Good pushback here from Arctic. Upload.
70. A hard battle there. Meanwhile, we've got PTRS combat engineers pushing up and in.
Can we just see how many Pack Howies Arctic has built, if any?
None.
That's almost
surprising.
unheard of. You go captain and not the Pack Howie? Well, maybe he's felt felt mercy on his opponents because I would be doubling up on those things.
Oh yeah, those bad boys. Tin watches on. We've got artillery flares coming down, which will of course indicate the Stukas of Fus is ready to go. So let's get on board with the OKV. And all over here, he's just trying to. He's found the sniper, by the way. Might be seeing a counter snipe. Oh, no, he's going for the house in this MG. That's not a bad idea. Hits the house, pretty obvious, and kind of hits the MG.
half the mod. They're gonna have to retreat that back though. It's done its job.
Just about. You'd be reasonably happy with that. You'd hope for better. Airborne are forced away thanks to the great Beach MG.
A lot more MGs used in this map than that we saw on Males and Medals earlier today.
So
Shows you how choke point the middle can be on our field.
big shout out to Von Ivan in chat, of course. Player that got through to the quarterfinals and did a good job of it.
Had a glorious game one against Isildur and Von Assen with
great
Bao
game.
Yang. Yeah.
They took a game off them, right?
Yeah. And game two was very close indeed. So this one will be a best of 5 though, and we're currently 1-0 up for Isildur and Von Asten. Triple cap the way of allies, eh? Get that squared up 1-1, I hope.
Ooh, this sniper's getting cheeky. Faust from max range. What was that? Telescopic super Faust.
NASA's finest. In the hands of the Gren.
Panzer IV now out for Von Asten. Meanwhile, we've got a T-34 85 building for Brosras. Artivic's got the Jackson on the way, so time to escalate, Eddie. Let's get the second phase
into the late game.
Late game.
Good. Von Asten's even got his light artillery barrage ready. Combined push with that onto some AT guns could be good. But the T-70 just chilling on low HP, but it's auto repairing. That's on the front line. A quick dive of that from the Puma.
Here comes the Panzer IV. Gonna cause issues, misses wildly, but still.
Not to be. I think the T-70 is going to be fine. One quiz trivia question though for the chat. You know when the Kubel can get self-repair, it can't fix criticals?
Really?
I don't know. I wanna ask the big brains of chat. Can the Kubel with its self-repair fix critical damage as well?
So here we go. We've got the tanks coming on the field now. We've got the T-34-85. We've got the Jackson. We've of course had this Panzer IV. This game has now fully become mid to late game. And this is where it gets exciting.
Stuka's still firing off. Isildur, will he go for the 4 Stukas again like he did against Vaughn and Bauer? I hope not, but for Bosras and Artivic's sake. But T-34-85, very powerful tank early on. Bosras using the full extent of his abilities on show for his commanders. Good work.
Very good work indeed.
Going for that doctrinal bingo, eh?
Haha. Just keeping the armies at bay, and this is going to be a triple cap now, Ed. Triple VP cap, 278. Is going to drop at roughly 1 victory point per second for Brosras.
Oh, T-70, I think finally hits. No, T-70's fine. I must be going mad. I think that was just the mine. Yeah, the mine.
Yeah, here we go. The snipers coming in
against
against
the Invisteller that I never saw.
the snipers coming in against the Stukas of Fus with his grease gun. Puma at the T-34-85 in max range.
Done well to keep a Puma alive this long, to be honest. I get so greedy with them.
Yeah,
because of their range and their speed.
Oh yeah, like a mini Panther but without the defense capabilities.
Oh, thanks to the veteran. Kubels. I can rest in peace now. Kubu's can fix critical repair.
There we go.
We just need to see one in this series.
Oh, nice possible flank on retreat there with a Polish hammer. Oh,
That's
engine
a long
damage.
way home for that Volk.
Jackson's damaged. T-70's repairing. We've had a stolen M1AT gun. We've had a Faust coming. 3 damaged tanks. Where's the covering tank fire? There's nothing to take full advantage of this. Meanwhile,
AT guns to food in the mid. LMG power troopers, they're going to be great going into the late game.
oh, nice infiltration grenade. They just crawl out of it, then retreat.
1 HP shared by 2 models, but they make it out on the Pumas. T-34 gets a wipe. Yikes. That thing hurts. Just that extra shot of damage it can take a fighter.
I can't believe this M1 was fully stolen now. He may actually use it against its maker. Jackson comes in from max range. It's been repaired at max speed. Here it comes. Will he get the killing blow? Oh, hits the Rakanwerfer. Down, Mr. President.
Oh, saved.
Stuka's getting aggressive. Oh dear. Oh. Oh dear.
This is everyone's favourite pastime.
Oh.
All your units repairing and it.
Save me, Ed.
Was very calm there. Didn't retreat straight away. Just kind of rode the wave of the Stuka.
Oh my god, it's a Stankerschutz.
Dane's favourite hits the field. Interesting pickup, really. Must be really worried about medium vehicles from the allies. Isildur, though, getting danger close to that GG unit with the command panther. It's got the fuel, just needs some manpower to come.
Oh.
Savage retreat.
So I completely did not expect Brosros and Otovik to take VP control in this game. Allied OP confirmed, Ed?
Just Allied. I think Allies do run on this map, but I can't put it all down to that. It's just been good play. I think they played well game 1, honestly. It's just one bad GG push calculation with the lack of minesweepers. But this time, yeah, totally flipped on its head. Von Asten losing that half track very early on, just as he upgraded it with the flamethrower. It is a bit of a gamble, that unit, but it didn't pay off for him. But here we go. This might change the whole story right now. Just this one unit alone gives an aura as well to the surrounding vehicles. It's gonna get a bit tougher for the allies.
Liking these 2 PTRS penal battalions, so they don't have the anti-infantry capabilities anymore, but they can soft counter any tank, keep it at bay, stop it penetrating too deeply because of the threat of the anti-tank satchels.
We want to see best of 5. We want to see these guys sweat.
Oh yeah.
And money for these big cash prizes. It'd be nice to see Bossat and Artivik pick up a game or 2 as well. Or maybe even the whole thing. Who knows? We could get confidence from this one.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, the Gorn and Scotch looked utterly unbeatable earlier, so it's nice to see both teams here looking slightly fallible and slightly culpable to defeat.
Well poised as we get into that late game. Ever after the 20-odd minutes is when the big call-in tanks hit the field. It slightly changes the complexion now of this game.
Oh, big shots in from the Jackson. Meanwhile, the Puma is coming for the T-3485, which had a big foray into battle. We saw the death of a cache there. Good work by the PTRS penal battalions.
Even the combat engineers are trying to join in with the pedals. They've picked up a PTRS as well.
Loving it. Panzer IV.
This VP control though, from the
It's great.
Mars, yeah.
It's great.
It's about to be triple cap game again. And Von Ass and Isildur look like a bit out of ideas.
T-72 self-funded conflict.
What would you suggest here for Axis now? Maybe a bit of P-Wins with the Shreks?
Oh, big attack there.
Or would you rather see it save up those munis for the anti?
Oh, we've got a push in, Ed. The Stukas heralded the call of the tanks. The Puma giving supporting fire. P-47 rocket strafe could turn this on its head. We've got the T-34 down. The Jackson comes in for cover. Here comes the P-47 Thunderbolts.
There's also been a counter skill plane clicked as well from Von Asten, so this is going to get all kinds of messy.
Sturmgeschütz sacrificing itself for the fatherland. Perhaps.
Double Jackson have to retreat back to too much damage. Well played from both teams there. Good preservation. Just one tank went down.
Yeah, just one death there. T-34, and as everybody knows about T-34s, they're replaceable, and you can replace them with a big boy. 58 tons of Starlinium infused with Stalin's very own chest hair. As a
well, let's see what it does for Bossas, because last game that was an absolute game changer with the IS-2 wiping the infantry units left, right, and centre. Let's see if it goes for as well for Bossas.
222 pulled on for its anti-air capabilities, and of course it's late game scouting. It's always good to try and take out.
Oh, that chest hair going to work already, eh?
Loved it. 122.
Oh, the Evergrens. They've seen enough.
They've seen more than enough. 122 millimeters of skull bust in action. Yeah, tell you what, this rifleman's looking bad. He gets a useless anti-tank rifle grenade off. The M1 can't capitalise.
Puma's still alive. Vet 2, better accuracy on the move as well.
Kills the pack 40 to the penals. We missed that twice down the incursions. We've also had the special operations flares go up the. Oh!
Down. This is shaky moments now.
Oh, dodging it like the Matrix, but here comes the Panther on the retreat path of the tanks. Panther's now going for the IS-2, who returns his about face to the Sturmgeschütz, and then the Panzer IV tags in. The IS-2's got its rear armour facing.
T-70 live. Sight blockers we trust.
Oh, he misses. Meanwhile, the IS-2 is exposed still. Sturmgeschütz pushes in.
Bit of RNG's favouring the Allies there with the T-70, but the IS-2 looks bad shape.
Oh, and tags in for the Jackson. Two of them! And they're rocking out and trying to take out the Sturmgeschütz. Somehow gets away. Panzer IV takes a plucky shot, but the Jackson turns about fire thanks to the rifleman's 18 aid.
Brilliant pickup from the Jacksons. Both still enough HP to go finish off this Panther if they wanted it.
The Panther's really low now. 40% health dissipates in the blink of an eye. The PTRS also watch on.
Yeah, well, the Stug is in. He's going to get one shot at defeat, but yeah. Pull back.
Nice from the Puma. Pop Smoke gets a nice shot in against the Jackson. Keeps it from pursuing.
Well, double Stug. Let's see if it can support this Command Panther to victory, but the infantry play from Allies is picking up now. I think with that satchel deterrent and the 80 PTRSs, just maybe swings the balance on this game.
Certainly. So let's do a call of the tapes right now. Or tail of the tapes. Right, we've got two Jacksons for the USF player. Brosras, the IS-2 we've all seen. Of course, the Vet 3 T-70 with that incredible mobility. Isildur still has his Command Panther, uber quick OKW repair times. Puma, and then the two Sturmgeschütz of Von Asten. Checking out the battle again. 37 kills on the sniper.
Yep, Bossas still plinking away with that, but look at his fuel income now and his manpower. He could be teching up to that tier 4, getting the Stalin organ into the Katusha. That needs to get fire in here. I think will be the final hammer blow for the Axis.
Good point, Ed. And here we go, we've got Sturm Pioneers making their way to the centre, but the captain, who's just hit Veterancy 3, sprints into combat to keep the victory point pressure on, and the Sturm Pioneers are in peril.
There's just, the little flashbangs that the Stern Pires were off.
They're rubbish, aren't they?
Yeah.
Third Jackson, oh my god, that is AT power.
Backed up with an IS-2 bug splatting all the infantry. Oh.
Sniper, danger close! Oh! Sniper down!
Right on the noggin. Bye bye. He didn't reach 50 kills either. I think all the snipers are cursed. T-70 going for the VP cap though. Oh, thinks better of it.
Yeah.
Saw the impending doom of AT facing them. Got the hell out of there. Sniper right on the head to a Stuka. I think somebody called it earlier in chat. The sniper will go down to the Stukas, and yeah, they're alright.
Premonition.
Yeah, get them into cast.
Yeah.
But yeah, so no sniper now on any of the players. So good old honest fight now.
Oh yeah. Major artillery. Panther just trolling around with no transmission failure, driving at like 200 miles per hour down the road. And the first Grenadier has to run away and keep victory point pressure in favour of the allied team on Elst yet again. Got a fight emerging in the west with... He's giving his teammate a Jackson!
Nice!
That's awesome! But then he's... Lend-Lease, baby, I love it! And he built an Su-85 as well, so the amount of AT these guys have now, and the IS-2's dominating. However, you know, with so much AT, you can't really keep the victory point pressure as much, I guess. But they're still able to do it, Ed.
Doing the Ketten things, pointing the wrong way to start off with, but...
There's that vehicle crew.
The Ketten goes down, there's only one left now.
Ed, the vehicle crew was said, sorry guys, can you give your tank to the Russians, please? And then crawl into combat. Oh, God.
They've been put out their misery now. Stern pilots help them out. They know this stuff. Kind stern pilots.
Oh, good Raketten shots. Su-85 pushes forward. IS-2's going to finish off the other Raketten. Stug going in for the T-70, which went for a circle strafe on the Pak-40. Stug misses.
Dingushers, what are you doing?
9!
There we go.
Oh, yeah. That turned into a Yarmul-like captain. Now up to 15 kills, getting some good shots away on the Foch Grenadier. Meanwhile, the Puma pushes forward.
Constant double fuel as well for the Allies. They could just pump out more tanks if they need to. Whereas Von Asten and Isildur really on the back foot here. Fixie-fixies are going to be key though. They need to get those repairs for that IS-2.
Oh, yeah. Oh, got a nice fuel cache for Brosras there. They lost victory point control temporarily though, but he's trying to take it back on the west side.
42 fuel a minute. They need to get those maybe Scots going for Artivik. I don't know, some indirect fire to help these armor pushers out.
Certainly.
Brosras is basically pop capped. I don't think he can get many other tanks once he refills his penals. He's got a Jackson though. That's quite a unique moment for CoH2.
Von Asten getting another tier 3 unit out. Seen a satchel on the Pak-40 to deny that usage.
Oh,
Silver, he's got his Command Panther, his Stukas of Foos, which is just shot, I believe, somewhere. Puma and Stuk overlap for a moment. They're coming into combat. I feel the tanks are all lined up, Ed. I think they're ready to tango.
Yep, and I don't see any tellers down this time, so... They can't bank on it though. They need to get a minesweeper in front of their tanks if they want that GG push, but they don't need to do a GG push.
No, they don't need to, but they want to. They want to finish this game off.
Yeah, they want the swag points, I think.
And here comes the Stukas as well. Goering's finest. Assist the Stuks and taking out the Su-85. Meanwhile, we've had a damaged engine on this Soviet Jackson, a Lend-Lease Jackson. Stuks miss. And again, the USF Jackson takes a good shot. IS-2 takes out the Stugs as one of the Jackson goes down. IS-2 needs to get vengeance with a big shot here. Gets it.
Ding ding, there's one back, but it's not worth it, is it?
Oh my god, the damage on from the Stuka, and here come the Panthers, Ed. Stuka's taken out P-47's return rocket fire. What an engagement we're watching. Out of control thanks to the Jacksons. And here they come with their second pass. Will the Stug and Panzer IV make it out of there? Yes. Ed, after all that, it seems like an equal trade somehow.
Brosras again. He got doubled hard there, but look at Isildur just insta-rebuys that Cordy command angle. That's got to be a sickening blow for his allies.
Just keep in line of sight. Let's check out the those graphs there for army value. Oh my. So, oh god, Brosras lost so much in that engagement. You can see on his army, top left of your screen, he does have a little bit of float in the fuel department, but he lost his entire tank force.
26 pop cap. Ouch. But he can rebuild. He must rebuild. He's got a lot of fuel, so the IS-2 isn't far away. It's just a manpower change. But triple cap almost for Allied Steel.
The only way I could say that was an equal trade is if you take into account the fact that Artivik still has all of his tanks.
Yeah.
But Brosras lost all of his, and then the Isildur and Von Asten kind of lost equal amounts.
Brosras, he took one for the team.
He did, big time.
I mean, the rush just happened to be on him, but at least Artivik's well in this game still. Got a lot of fuel, still double fuel capped, and the skill planes are up for Brosras again. I just feel the lack of indirect punishing these Gren squads. They need the Pack Howie or the, even better, the Scott or the... What the hell's that thing called? Katusha.
Yeah, indeed. We've got 31 manpower until Brosros gets an IS-2, which will give him a lot more of an army overall, but of course a lot less capping potential. And you're actually seeing that right now as we see a possibility of a triple cap coming in for the Axis favour. They have dropped down to double-digit victory points head, so they need to do something about it.
For the first time we've seen the high seeders in a lot of trouble, but this is why they're high seed players. They can get out of situations like this. And I've heard Von Assen get out of a closed jam jar, so I think he's still got someone in the locker.
Sherman was built, but it's been heavily countered at the moment. The Panzerforce coming to finish the job. Misses. Sherman watches on. Where's the M1 when you need it? Here come the Jacksons, though.
Sturmgeschütz Vet 2 goes down to the Jacksons. Does the Sherman live? Yeah, the Sherman snuck away. It's getting so confusing. Whose tanks are the Allies? They're swapping around like. Nobody's business. But here we go. IS-2.
Sherman didn't need live. The IS-2 watches on and just forces their opponents away. Meanwhile, let's check out this northern gauge because victory points do matter, Ed.
Yep.
I mean, the tanks are interesting, but the victory points are equally so. We've had
I mean, if I was Artific, I'll just keep concentrating, getting all my... He's got a lot of infantry, elite infantry as well, and 2 paratrooper squads, so I'll just concentrate on capping the TVs and forget the rest of the game exists, and let Brosvass's IS-2 help hold one of the flanks.
Certainly.
They don't need to triple cap anymore.
Oh! Kamikaze watches on. By the way, this was a Puma that died. I think it must have been to a mine. No, an AT Jackson combo, you can see. This Jackson, by the way, is a Vector 3, so not too shabby. Let's check out. Oh,
I think there's even a Raketin for USF. Like, everyone's just swapping their units, man.
Yeah. Reminds me of one of those parties at university that I was never invited to.
Oh well. There's always next to you. Open uni.
Meet up with Mildred on an English literature course. Have a cup of tea and a piece of cake. Exactly. Thank you.
You're never too old, apparently. Right. IS-2 needs fixies. What are they doing? Please get some engineers out for us. Artific is going to have the faster repair rate, but just can't get to help his friends IS-2.
Blue flares coming down, allowing the Stuka. Follow those shadows, Ed. Here they come. Oh, airborne, take the brunt of it.
I like this though. They're staying in even with 2 models. They know how much this means now. These VP caps, everything's crucial.
Ouch. This second IS-2 has already got 3 kills on it.
That's why I'm confused. There's a Sherman from the Soviet player. Okay,
that's right.
Okay,
He lend-leased it to give Rosras an army again.
What a player Artific was. Good thing he kept that
Ouch.
manpower and fuel dump.
Yep. Done well. Meanwhile, northern victory points being taken by Isilda. Central currently unoccupied. Axis are gaining control in the west. This is going to become a maul, Ed. A slow struggle. A fight for survival for Brosras and Artivik.
Yeah, you've sensed the desperation swap from Allies to Axis now. Axis, they've got to push their opponents back, but they're doing it in a calm manner. Credit to them. They're not going too crazy. No GG pushes. Just need to mine up and shore up their positions. I think. Allies have let this one slip a bit with Brosvass getting that huge double teaming on him.
Yes, too. Pushing the trees around, doing some cultivation. After doing some.
Wants his Green Thumbs award. But yeah, still no LMGs on these Grens. Just wants to be faster and light, I guess, on his feet. Can't get the cut off.
Stuka firing. Here he comes.
38 kills and only dead 2.
Well,
It's more than that, surely.
yeah.
If anything else had 38 kills, they could be off the charts and that.
There you go. First Grenadiers. Just keeping the victory points in the centre. The situation is much the same. Machine gun pushes forward, needs the IS-2's help though. Panther in the meantime just trying to bully things around.
Yeah, this is better movement now from Brosvass. He's kind of giving up on
Oh, he rams him!
He's going more in for the mid, and Helps his teammate really concentrate on the right-hand side.
Excellent rear armor shot by the Sherman as well. We've had a damaged engine from the 18-8 and the Jacksons finish it off. What an assassination. Meanwhile, by the way, IS-2's pushed forward, taking out the Sturm Geschütz, allowing the 5th decal to capture the central victory point.
Yeah, it looks weird with a 5 or 6 man squad on a 50 caliber.
Oh, takes him out, and the Sherman finishes his job. The IS-2 pushes forward. Brosras and Artovic are playing out of their skins right now. Jackson tags in for the Sherman, takes out the 222. Everything's going kaboom, as Imperial Dane once famously said.
It looks so safe for the Axis. What is happening? They've just been open like a can of tuna. Oh, and Thompson's on the G-pad.
That's what can happen in Company Heroes 2. There's so much comeback potential. A game can turn in a blink of an eye. Paratroopers force their way forward, take out the MG. IS-2 does the same, gaining veterancy 1. Maybe they'll go into secure mode and cap all the points, Ed.
He just needs to go secure mode and relax. They've done the big push now. Shore up the flanks. Get that final VP for the triple cap hype going. Needs to fix his IS-2 though. He doesn't seem to care. Big ballsy play from Brosras.
Excellent work by all concerned. I think the Sherman, the Lend-Lease Sherman was an MVP unit there for me, because it got the rear armor penetrations on the Command Panther, and then it was able to just like race ahead, cause absolute havoc in the Axis rear lines, and that disorientated state, they really didn't know what to do anymore.
Soviet player popping smoke on the Sherman's gonna take you by surprise, to be fair to this. You don't see that every day.
There's that second vehicle crew, the one from the Sherman, after he gave it to his opponent.
And no AA from the Axis team, so skill planes galore, keeping these infantry, Volks suppressed. AT guns had enough. He's like, screw this, boys. Hold it.
Well, they have so much AT already, and you can see Von Asten's army dived there. The Silder's only left with the Stuka Zufus. Vehicle crew is getting mauled, as one would expect.
What a comeback for Brosras. He must be feeling good now, because he practically got control of the lead from this game. Stuka strike. It's okay.
Well, dodged by Brosras, all things considered. He didn't move into it or do anything stupid. Sherman watches on as the United States boys.
Absolute Blobsville now in the middle. Double MG behind each other, but Sherman can easily pick that up with the HE shows. Third, no way. Third corner tank.
This love it.
Shows their mercy. But it's not good against infantry, and look what's winning it for the Allies now.
There's a victory point battle, and you know it's coming down to that right now.
These from the east are doing it, eh?
Oh yeah, MG34 stolen. We're going to take the series 1-all if they can just solidify. However, the Axis are battling back. Vet 5 Foch Grenadiers doing the job of the north. Wait for the victory, the grenade toss. There you go.
Oh, he's popped the ability on the paratroopers. They're going to shred everything.
Oh my lord.
Or get shredded themselves as one or the other, and they got the backup. Could be a Vet 5 Volt going down, eh?
Ouch.
Oh, good pickup there from Artovic.
Vet 0 Panther pushes in, but the Jacksons Vet 3, both of them in fact, just had a loss here. Light vehicle destroyed. IS-2 forces its way forward. That was the Stuka just died.
Yeah, great takedown. And look at Artovic's float on his manpower and fuel. He could just call in Jacksons or Scots for days. This
Isildur
very
has
ominous
nothing.
Axis.
He has nothing. Von Asten has a little bit more, but Brosras and Artovic are sitting pretty. And great teamwork, I must say. The whole Artovic having superior. The
Look
capping.
You got
oh! Oh, he's using the ability, Ed. Oh, he's a big boy. Who's a big boy? Oh.
Wow. Vet 1, as soon as you can do that. Yeah, good cap there. Vet 3 and M36. This is too good for the Allies now. Looks like Axis had their moment. I thought they were solidifying their position, but they really weren't.
Oh, look at that wombo combo. Pow right in the kisser from multiple angles. And
save the day.
Oh, I was thinking it might be a BM-GG just before it explodes, you know, I always see that.
This is an outstanding play from the Allies. They're making the top 2 seeds look ordinary.
Look at this, bursting through the trees. Surprise! I didn't follow that through, but still, they're following this through.
That's GG. They've got it.
Oh,
Brilliant win.
There you go. And just for prosperity's sake, there is. We'll make that the YouTube thing. That was a fantastic game. I'll go to the stats in a second. I'm just gonna make that fantastic. Get our horrible faces out of the way. Let's do a print screen on this bad boy because that is awesome. What a game that was. And let's go down to the analysis dissection with our chief analyst, Ed 80 Hertz, in one moment. Don't laugh too.
This is the 2 versus 2 Masters Cup.
So there we go. I think Ed was just saying it was a fantastic game, right?
Yeah, I'm so happy to see basically an underdog of this brackets get a win, because I'm always I'm English. I'm always rooting for the underdog. So that was a great win for Brosfast and Artivik. Brosfast got completely deleted, came back from the ashes. Artivik carried for a while and got paid back with dividends from his teammate from that IS2 usage, which capped a VP for you as well.
Yeah.
Did everything.
Absolutely. And so yeah, that game was off the charts. We now see the series drawn 1-1.
Yeah.
We're going to be heading into a new fresh map. We're going to have to find out what that is. I think the coin toss winner of game 1 is now, it goes over to the coin toss loser to choose in game 3 what map it is played on. Giving them the chance to be counterpicked by faction. I can imagine that the players are a little bit tired now. They're getting tireder rather. And, they're basically embarking upon a best of 3.
Yeah.
But they've learnt a lot about their opponent, strategically speaking. They're getting a feel for how they're playing.
Yeah.
And I mean, let's talk it through. I mean, Von Ast and Isilda had some fantastic synergy and acting in unison with those light vehicles. That was excellent. But all the while in that game 1 we're talking here, they had superior victory point control. Now, I think Brosras Artivik, they had everything in that game. They had the superior vehicle play and the victory point control combined.
Yeah. Well, for my analysis of that second game, first game was it was all on that GG push, and it didn't happen with the Minesweepers. Game 2, there was lack of tellers. There was no tellers, I don't think, from Von Asten. And Brosas and Artivik looked like a very aggressive pair. I don't know what CB stands for, but maybe Cuddly Bears was not a good guess, because they were anything but in that last game. They had great partnership when working together. The infantry of the USF just held the line whilst all those Jackson could pepper the tanks from behind. It was a brilliant combination of play. Swapping each other's tanks. We didn't know whose unit was whose. It was going crazy. So brilliant display from them. Isildur and Von Assen we know are very solid players, so we'll see how they come back from that recent defeat.
Yeah, Rid Dance is in chat saying that we're casting bad, Ed. I don't think we are, but I will address this. If you want to check out what the casting sounds like when it's not in the ooh and ah moment, I urge you to check out my YouTube channel and go and watch some of the casting with regards to the early part of the game, the mid part, especially a lot of the time we can't cast with top players also. But Ed and I, we're just community dudes. We love this game. We love the competition. Well, and we're not top players ourselves, but we understand kind of how the strategies work. And
and this is our first kind of live little cast together. Obviously, we're going to be trying things out or seeing how it goes.
I think we've both been within the top 200 of 1v1 at certain points, haven't we? We're not bad. We're not like the worst players of all time, right?
Well, I think I've been carried into the top 100 of 2v2s with Tomikaze and others. But I think from what I've got of these games already, is we're dealing with a whole new kettle of fish. These are like top elite players, and when you see them in auto match, your heart sinks when you get them to play against. But anything can happen.
One player once picked me apart, and I never had him down as a beast that can absolutely demolish people meticulously. I always just thought he was this kind of Polish style player who played with massed groups of units of one type. It's Barton. I once played against Barton, and it just showed me there are levels. There are serious levels and depth to this.
Barton's a very good player.
He is. He really
back
is.
Barton.
I'd say bring him back. Which I'm just checking right now to see if the players are embarking on their next game, and they're not quite yet. I'm going to check out the ref channels to see what we are seeing. And they will have a bit more of a break between games 2 and 3. They always do. So expect about a 2 or 3 minute wait whilst we anticipate. And let's check out the brackets and have a little look at that. Let's have a little look at the journeys to this point. So we're currently casting the right side of the brackets. Oh, my cursor's doing that. We're seeing that Von Asten and... So, well, let's fill the brackets in. I mean, I have the power, Ed.
Oh. Hey, with a bit of power, here we go.
Oh, this is bad. This is bad. There's a 3 there. And we could do a live update on, because 1-1. There we go.
Keyboard warrior.
Oh. There we go. Just let's go back to that screen. Now that I've filled it in, didn't want it to be so unprofessional that it was cursors flying everywhere and all that. But yeah, we can see that that's the current situation. 3-0 to Nagano and Scotch, going through to the grand final. And then we've got 1-1 in this series so far. Third place playoff beckons for Helping Hands and Crossfire tomorrow. The prize pool, by the way, is 1,000 each for the winners, 450 each for second place, and the third place playoff is for a nominal reward of $200 each. All contributed by our beloved development studio that brought us this great game series, Relic Entertainment. Just to give some credits, because I'm on the sheet, so I may as well. My head's currently covering, so I'll move us temporarily up here. You've got Relic, Andy, basically the community manager, with Kurahi, Stern Panther, a bit of advice off me. Some great referees though: Ishtari, Ikefung, Angel, Fahu, Shadowlink, Drago. And then Tightropes joining us tomorrow. And Stormless, by the way, I'll fill that in later. It needs to be updated. He's back from the dead, everybody. Stormless is going to be casting tomorrow.
Save the day.
As well.
So it's poised perfectly. 1-1. This will be a best of 5 still of Bosfas and Artivik. And let's see if they can get some... What if they win this?
Yeah.
That'll be a big, big upset. I don't know, I'm kind of rooting for the underdog now already. They've shown I can believe. But yeah.
So many awesome people in chat. It's great to see. We've got viewers currently sitting at 613.
Hello to Edge. Hello. Ricky Rifle there. World's best snooker player. Shame about everything else, but there we go. Von Ivan, what a series we had with him last
legendary.
year. We got to cast the game there, so yeah. It's a shame Big Bad Von and Bao couldn't do it in that second game, but they gave us amazing.
Shall we show some of those moments on stream? That YouTube video I uploaded, people really loved the game, not so much the video as such as the game between Von Ivan and what the hell's that? That's me from 6 years ago. I had raging out over Come Here as one. You see that? I've been raging and being crap at this game for a long time.
This game does
got way too much swearing for a Relic Entertainment
everyone
screen.
with emotion, you know.
Like that.
You get so protective over your little Vet 5 units. You don't want to see him die, but yeah, it's a very good game.
It's this one. It's just me casting with the hangover last weekend. I just want to show some the highlights of this. Oh god, not my face. Definitely not that. Just the B4 usage we saw of Von Ivan's teammate Bao Liang. Of course my internet's going at a snail's pace thanks to currently annihilating it.
Yeah, the bloopers reel will be out soon, Orange Fest, from the behind the scenes. There's been many.
Trying to find a good one. There was so many amazing moments. I think this was just one actually. It looks like quite fiery in the screen.
Sonic Fangs with an interesting question. Do you guys think that the Asia region doesn't produce much good CoH2 players?
I was talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
I think the strength of depth of knowledge isn't there for the Asian community at this point in time. There used to be, in Common Heroes 1 especially, players, I can't remember one name right now, but Korean Army, for example, they introduced strats, they had lots of tactical depth, and that game was in a very mature state. You do see on the leaderboards right now, you've got a lot of really good Asian players, namely Korean, and of course the famous Chinese guy, Panzer Grenadier and Gryphon, who the Koreans are all rib on.
Get him in the tournament, please. He's so off-meta, it's great.
His English wasn't great, I did ask him though.
But you've got Tiramisu, you've got a lot of Korean players, Preacher Man as well,
Asian Mint.
PFC, Asian Mint. You know, if they get together, I just don't see them play 2v2 outside of auto match much,
No.
but they're definitely good in auto match. Top 5 ranks on them. So Sonic Fangs, to answer your question, I think it's still to come.
It is still to come. It's just, well, they have the
new
depth in
fans.
auto match. The top 50, other than I think South Korea, I counted, has more people from South Korea in the top 50 of auto match on 1v1 ladder, but not many people within the top 5, and certainly within tournament play you're struggling to get somebody in the top 10. So it's just about pushing on into that elite level for some of the Asian dudes. So yeah, play CoH2 late at night and you'll meet a Chinese guy called Nagi and his 5 sniper spam of doom. Yeah, that sounds about right.
5 snipers.
It's doable, you know. There's a famous story that Barton and Priceback and CoH2. There's a player called Inverse that was like the tightrope kind of figure making really good YouTube videos.
Okay,
and there was a funny, like, somebody made a mock version of one of his breakdowns with like voiceover all into splice. You know, when you take bits of what you've said, and it said the best starting order is sniper, 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 and then Barton started doing that as a build order. Barton and Price did, and they actually counted to that guy in CoH2 with 5 sniper build. It was badass.
Got him. Yeah, bring back Barton for the next series.
Yeah, definitely.
But there's been a few players that haven't got to the finals here, but have also been amazing in auto match. So it just shows you need that chemistry and that synergy. And I think with the Asian players question, is perhaps they just haven't had enough time playing this game together.
That's possible for 2 versus 2, certainly.
Yeah.
Is.
Yeah.
Just getting this.
Whereas you see, what's the name, Isildur and Von Aston, I think they've played together for years.
Yeah, something
and gone
like
through
that.
so many different metas, so many different patches and iterations of this game. So they've evolved, and to get a game off them, Borisfast and Artvik, I've got to say, well played to them.
It's that strength of depth of knowledge. I mean, you play a 50-minute game, but it's so heavily like pinned on tactical and strategic decision making that if you haven't got those years of experience of being in those pressurized positions, I mean, look at Von Aston. He only actually won his first 1 versus 1 tournament. And Isildur, those 2 players, having played this series for over 5 years, only won their first tournaments this year as 1v1 players.
Late bloomers, maybe. They're
Yeah,
just coming into season
and that's how
at the
long
right
it takes
time.
to get to that standard. I mean, Devem started when he was 8 years old and did, won his first when he was 13. So,
Imagine losing to an 8-year-old.
That would be
Feel
brutal.
pretty bad. Luckily, I didn't play back then because I probably would have lost him.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, no, I think this tournament, a lot of seasoned pros have come into their own just at the right
They
time.
have. Remember Talisman last year?
Yeah,
GCS2.
Came
He
out
told
of
me,
the
and he told me in like February, March, I'm going to train as though I train for Overwatch because he's like a pro Overwatch player.
Okay.
He's going to train only Coming Heroes 2 that year, and he did really well. He won basically.
He's like the Rosberg of CoH2, won a championship and now is retired, and he's like, yeah, try and beat that, folks. But I think the change from what I used to play just mainly 1v1, I think yourself as well, and now looking at these 2v2s and just the little intricacies and the timings of their pushes.
It's cool.
And covering each other, covering your teammate when the other player's back at base. Just so many little nuances that aren't there in the 1v1 game.
No.
And 1v1 players kind of sit on their pedestal and say, 1v1's the best version of the game, but these 2v2 players are showing just how hard it is and
certainly
how good they are.
They certainly have. And I'll say this about 2 versus. I do prefer 1 versus 1 for its strategic kind of. You've got more possibility for like a full strategic counter. A little bit more danger there. I like the danger, but 2 vs 2 has these great, amazing tactical team pushes that you just can't beat for excitement. And that tank battle we just saw is off the chains. And we do have the game starting right now. I'm just going to go for a quick loo break, and we'll be straight back into game 3. So don't go anywhere. Literally 1 minute. Thank you.